Hello everyone and welcome to Immortal Realm. In today's video, we will be talking about manhwas where the main character is an overpowered teacher. Let's start our list. On number 10, we have Dragon Throne. After passing through, he became Aofan, the eldest prince of the East China Sea Dragon Palace. He inherited the East China Sea Dragon Palace and became the new generation East China Sea Dragon King. At the time of crisis, Zhou Fan found out that he had turned on the system and he could add something to everything. He could add god block skills, he could even destroy the gods and beat the ghost. Whoever refuses to accept, he destroys him. He leads the declining dragon clan to rise and becomes the strongest in the world. Number 9 on our list is My Disciples Are Super Gods. Now this manhwa is a good manhwa with an overpowered main character, but the only problem is that this Chinese manhwa shows too many girls in a bad way. That is, they make them wear revealing clothes and behave in a coquettish way, which makes it annoying. Yi Yang, the game tester of a game company, crossed, which means transmigrated, with the account of full profession and his maxed skill set, and he lives the life of a patriarch. He is a sword master, immortal cultivator, and even a magician. And as I mentioned earlier, he has a group of beautiful female disciples. At the start of this manhwa, this might be a bit cliche, but one thing is good, and that is the character development, which you can rarely find in Chinese manhwas. Number 8 on our list is My 3000 Years to the Sky. This manhwa has a good art, has an amazing story, as well as this manhwa contains too many funny instances. I am Bai Kuran, a disciple of the King Ming sword sect, who is thought to be talented in cultivation. I never thought that when my peers all obtained several skills in a short time, I have spent 3000 years to know how to cultivate ki and become a master. After hearing this, you might be disappointed thinking that he is just a ki cultivator, he is very weak. But that is not the case. And you are half right. Yes, he is a ki cultivator, but he has been cultivating ki for the past 3000 years. Although his level might not go more than ki cultivation, but his power is increasing day by day and he becomes a monster. Number 7 on our list is Return of the Bachelor. Now this is a Korean manhwa and also has an overpowered main character. Bachelor Ma-hyun, after being missing for 10 years, he returns to the society as a powerful master. While being a teacher, he is also trying to purge the evil organization named Hyukjin-byul, and thus his life as Jung-won's strongest teacher unfolds now. Well, we all love manhwas where the main character disappears for a few years and then returns as an overpowered god. This manhwa is also similar, as the main character is someone who is too overpowered. The art is good, the story is kind of cliche, but I still loved it. Number 6 on our list is Weak Teacher. In this manhwa, our main character cannot practice martial arts because his key structure is very different from regular martial artists. So this is kind of cliche. In other manhwas, the main character does not have spiritual roots, and here he has a different key pattern. Now he enrolls in a Morim academy where he becomes the student of one of the best Morim experts. This is also cliche, but the story and the plot of this manhwa is actually good. Even the execution part, which is one of the most important part while writing a story, is also good. The first few chapters might be a bit slow and cliche, but after that, the story's pace becomes good, and the art grows more and more beautiful by the next chapter. On number 5, we have history's number 1 founder. Our main character got transmigrated and got a system, but Lin Feng was not happy at all because Lin Feng had a pressure that was weighing down on him as big as a mountain. Because the system gave him a main quest, Lin Feng has to create a school and establish history's number 1 sect. Lin Feng himself has to become the number 1 founder, and if he could not accomplish it in 100 years, his soul will vanish and he will die. So Lin Fang has no other choice but to work very hard in recruiting disciples that have very high potential. The art of this manhwa is decent, but I love our main character as he is overpowered and not a fool. Number 4 on our list is Above 10,000 People. This is also known as Above Myriad People. This is a cultivation manhwa. Our main character got transmigrated into a Morim world where he has no spiritual root but extreme skills like boxing, cooking, etc. Now these are modern world skills, but are they any useful in this world? Turns out that unknown to him, he is very powerful and everything he does becomes a treasure in that world. The cooking he does becomes an immortal elixir. The punch he throws could destroy even heaven grade cultivators. This manhwa has a lot of misunderstandings which results in the expert of the cultivation world respecting him. Overall, it's a very good manhwa with a lot of funny instances, as well as you will see our main character unknowingly beating many enemies and scaring them. Number 3 on our list is All Hail the Sect Leader. At first, when I thought of reading this manhwa, I expected that all the disciples of our main character would be very overpowered and our main character would be just weak. But turns out it is the vice versa, which I actually loved because the main character teaching the weak students in each and every chapter and help them grow their power made this manhwa much more enjoyable. Here in this manhwa, our main character uses his brain. Even though he has a system, he does not become arrogant like in all the other typical Chinese manhwas. This manhwa does not have a lot of face slapping moments because this is not cliche. So make sure to read this manhwa. Number 2 on our list is True Education, and this manhwa is a masterpiece. Although it is not in the fantasy genre, this manhwa is in one of my favorite, that is school life action genre. Na Hua Jin, a member of the Education Protection Bureau, begins True Education to protect the collapsed school authority. This manhwa is also available on webtoon by the name Get Schooled. But this is not the cliche school life action manhwa where the main character is a student and he gets bullied and then becomes overpowered. Instead, here the main character is a teacher who gets transferred to this school and his teaching techniques are pretty violent for someone who works in the Ministry of Education. That being said, when punishments don't seem to work out even on the worst of the school bullies, there is no better man for the job. Sometimes you can't get a good education until those bullies are taught a lesson. And on number 1, we have Library of Heaven's Path. Traversing into another world, Zhang Xuan finds himself becoming an honorable teacher. Along with his transition, a mysterious library appears in his mind. As long as it is something he has seen, regardless of whether it is a human or an object, a book on its weakness will be automatically compiled in the library. Thus he becomes overpowered. He takes in weak students and helps them become overpowered by making them realize their potential. The art of this manhwa is good and this manhwa also has a novel. That's all for today's video. If you loved the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel. We'll meet in the next video. Have a very beautiful day.